Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. I'm really excited for today's topic. I've definitely been thinking a lot over the last few days of just some things in January I've been learning, and the last few months in general I've been learning, picking up, and I really do want this channel also to really focus on me documenting my journey of self-growth. And I think where I am, right, so many people could also relate to the things that I share. I love learning from others. I love helping others, so I really want to share this advice, and I hope that it helps someone. So yeah, let's get right into this. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment if you feel like anything I've said really connects with you. So when it comes to things I've been really working on and thinking on, so there's 4 key things for January that have been on my mind a lot. And the first one is all around the notion of going back to my younger self. So I'll break this down, right? When I was young, I was so fearless. It's actually crazy. I was just so confident in myself. I was fearless. I lived life I'm still young, I know that, but I just was confident. And I'm talking about this was when I was 13, 14, and I think a lot of us can resonate with that. When you're young, you don't have external forces or people around you that are as you grow up, you have to fit a certain norm, to do things a certain way. You are just you live life so freely and carelessly. And that's exactly how I was when I was so younger. And then I think, I don't know what happened, as the years went on, I just became so consumed by other people's opinions of me. I wanted to keep everyone in my life happy. I want to make others happy. I want to make others comfortable. And I started just slowly chipping away the things that made me different, the things that made me unique or strange or weird, because especially weird, because I'm different. But I started moving away from that because I just felt people would get me and stuff, and I don't know what happened. And then recently, I've been on this journey of just focusing on me and going back to my younger self. There was a question on my Instagram are you as confident as you seem? And I responded saying that I was so confident when I was younger, and it's now that I'm going back to those days, really honing in on those things that made me so unique and so different and so special. And I think that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm really focusing on this year, going back to those things, being more independent, living life on my own terms. I'm really excited to show you more of that journey, but celebrating those things, because baby, we've only got one life, and we can't do anybody else's life. We need to live my life fully. I have to live my life on my terms, and that's something I've really understood, and I'm making that conscious effort, which I'm really excited about. So I think a lot more all the noises and people's opinions and different things to the side, and just be me. And I think that's what I've been thinking about a lot in January, and really excited to share more on this channel. And so number 2 of things that I have been thinking about in January and just the last few months when it comes to self-improvement is really the importance of being self-aware. And this leads a lot to my previous point. There are so many influences we have around us, whether it's our family, our friends, social media, books, just everything telling us we should do life like this or we should do things like this. This actually came from a book I was reading in January called Life Leverage, and the author really talked about the importance of being self-aware, especially when it comes to in the context of how your body works. And some people will tell you, let's look at the topic of productivity, right? Some people will tell you need this amount of sleep, or you need to be awake for this amount of hours. But I know, for example, with me, if I sleep for too long, I'm tired for the whole day. That's not really helpful for me. Whereas there's some people that, they know that they need that 8-9 hours sleep. And again, this comes back to when you know yourself, right? No one can check you. You are so self-aware. And that's something that I've been really thinking about this month. Just I know me better than anybody would ever know me. Is remembering that sometimes we have so many things speaking at us, telling us we should do X, Y, Z, but you will always know yourself better than anything. If I take that back to the topic of even our body and just how we function, right? I've been really making the conscious effort to log my energy and productivity levels. So, and this was what I got from the book as well. So it's just knowing when is the best time for me to work? When am I super productive? When am I what hours am I just no, don't talk to me, I need to rest. And for example with me, I love to nap. I can take a good nap. I normally do 15 minutes naps, right? But I'm okay with 5-6 hours sleep. It's really knowing you yourself what makes you, like what works for you. And that's something I've really been thinking about, because sometimes people tell you, you're not doing it the right way, or this is the right way, or whatever. And it's like, no, you need to know yourself. So number 3, like this is all around like building connections with others and just things I've been learning. A few weeks ago, like I had such an amazing call with one of my friends who is literally building the dopest like fashion brand ever. Like I'm just so amazed and just so proud of her. And we were just talking, like we was catching up when I was in Lithuania, and she was just telling me like, talking about like the books we're reading, the people we're coming across who's inspired us, and you know, their industries like e-commerce a lot, and just different things as well, and getting each other's advice and things we're learning, things we're struggling on, and just loads of different things. And after the call, I was just like, this is amazing. Like she is like so amazing. But I'm gonna be completely honest, I felt for a bit like, am I doing enough? Am I like, you know, I don't know if I am. And after the call, I was just like, I'm not sure, am I doing enough? Like, am I good? Like, cause she's like amazing, and like, what am I doing? And I think like, you know, again, so many of us can relate to this because it's so easy for us to forget. And then after, like, I had a whole conversation with August, who I was staying with in Lithuania. We did a few videos already about this. Sometimes when you're around, it's like extremely successful people who are just like killing it, how sometimes it's so easy for us to feel like, you know, a bit insecure, or just be like, whoa, like, am I doing enough? But I always think it's absolutely fine to feel like that. We are humans, we have emotions. At the end of the day, that's cool. What I've learned is to feel that, but to remember we have emotions. It's okay to feel that, but I think we have to check in and remind ourselves, and this is a quote that I picked up from the book I was reading last month, Life Leverage. The secret that successful people know are the successful people that they actually know. And I think when I read that, I was like, if I'm on this journey where I want to do good things, I want to do cool things, great things, right? I need to be more around, I need to be around those people that are like, you know, succeeding, that are doing well. Like, it is okay to be in spaces and you feel like, I'm not exactly the brightest here, because again, I read somewhere else as well, like the least successful person in a room of like really, really people, they learn the most, because at the end of the day, you don't know as much as other people. But I just think it's okay to like to know that, but I have to still keep putting myself in those spaces, and I need to constantly be connecting with these people, because I will be able to learn and grow so much more. And then it was also interesting was because we were talking about, okay, what about if you want to be in those spaces, and sometimes you want to be around successful people, but do those people want to be around you? You know, I didn't know. Chicken. Like, what about if they don't actually want to be around you? And it's not even what about if they don't want to be around you, right? Everyone has their circle, their groups of friends, right? You may want to go and join them, and maybe, yeah, like you're not their top priority that they're trying to think about or trying to nurture a relationship, and that's actually just the honest truth. That's life. And I think one thing I'm learning, right, is that sometimes, and I read this as well somewhere else, in the compound effect, right? Author was talking about that sometimes you can never forget that the best mentors are also the people that are on your level, that you are both understanding things in real time and you're able to teach each other things. So if you're not getting into those spaces where you feel like, oh my gosh, like I really want to be with those successful people, that's okay. I think when you're ready, you enter the right spaces, but never neglect the people that you are doing the journey with. That's something that I'm really grateful for. I have great people that learning and growing with, and like we teach each other so much. Like, don't ever, I think I'm learning never ever to underestimate how much you can learn with the peers that you have around you, because there's so many incredible people that will also be on your level, that will also be learning, and like they can educate you as well. So yeah, just knowing that, like, I'm constantly learning as well. You can find great mentors with the people that are also on your level as well, which is cool. And I think also when you're just building connections, another thing is just like always focus on you. Like if you're focused on you, if you're focused on doing what you need to do, people will come. And when it comes, it will just be so organic and authentic and like even better. And that's something I've been learning as well, which is cool. And another thing I've really been thinking about in January actually is actually something that I'm getting better at. I'm not actually the best at it. It's just doing one thing at a time. My gosh. Sometimes, you know, the issue with me, right, is that I will write down 1,055 things to do, right, and expect there to be 1,050 hours. No, that's actually how life works. And I'm just learning the importance of just doing one thing at a time. When I give myself a task, just taking the time out to complete that before I move, because my mind, right, jump and just move left, right, center. You don't even get half the things that you really want to get done because you're not focusing on one task. So that's one thing I was really focused. I even put it out on TikTok, in one of like a TikTok I made. Like I'm really just focusing on like one thing at a time, staying consistent with that, and like really doing that fully before I move to another task. The last thing I was actually really thinking about in January, I'm going to be focusing a lot in February on actually is just documenting my journey a lot more and my own truth. I was listening to this great podcast by Gary Vee, and he was talking about like, you know, advice every young person needs. And he was explaining sometimes, you know, when we're in the beginning of our journey, you want to share things. A lot of us take the approach of like giving advice out to others, like you should do this, and I realized you should do this or you should do that, and I realized that's what I always do. Like I just give, because I didn't know anything else. I thought that's how you have to do. And he was like, it's so much more powerful for you to document a journey from your standpoint, or the things you're learning, or the things you're going through. And that's what I want to do so much more on this channel, my Instagram, and just TikTok as well. Just document my journey from my standpoint. You know, essentially like everything I've shared today, right? It just comes back to like, I think the main one is like self-awareness, because self-awareness builds your confidence. Then you're able to talk from your standpoint and like be comfortable in yourself and have security in yourself, so you can be around other people as well and you celebrate them. And like I just always want to do that for me, and I just hope, like, you know, I'm really excited for this. I'm excited to share more, to document from my own standpoint. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I can't wait to be sharing more with you all. So yeah, until next time, bye.